Hi friends, welcome to the free automation learning channel and my name is Chirag. So today we are going to discuss a very interesting topic which is known as JavaScript Executor. It is by using this JavaScript Executor we can execute JavaScript in Selenium Webdriver. So basically this is an interface, and by using this interface we can execute JavaScript in Selenium WebDriver. So today agenda would be introduction of JavaScript Executor interface. Why we use JavaScript Executor, I will discuss when and why we used, and how can we use JavaScript. I will show you how we can use this JavaScript, and we will create our onClick method and sendKeys method using JavaScript Executor. So what is a JavaScript Executor? Basically it is an interface. In this interface there are two methods, in which one method is execute script and another method is execute a sconarious script, right? So this in this interface there is only a implementation, but remote WebDriver class extend this, or you may say implement this interface and declare these two methods, right? So why we use JavaScript Executor? We use JavaScript Executor sometimes in Selenium WebDriver. In runtime we face many issues that we cannot do this with a Selenium WebDriver methods which are provided by Selenium WebDriver jar file. So we will create our own method to overcome the limitation of Selenium WebDriver, or maybe there is some application issue or environment issue. So to overcome those issues we use JavaScript where we want to use, or where we need to use that JavaScript methods, right? So how can we use JavaScript through Selenium WebDriver? By using this JavaScript Executor methods dot execute script, we can pass JavaScript and we can use JavaScript in Selenium WebDriver. I will show you in my code when I will write the code. So create one method to click. Sometimes we found that click is not working in many applications, the method which is provided by Selenium WebDriver. So we create our own method to overcome that method, and create one method to send keys. So we will create another method for send keys for type. So in some application, in some environment, we found that normal send keys method is not working, which is provided by Selenium WebDriver jar file. So we will create our method. So basically guys, this is a alternative way to how can we overcome. This is just a live example, and this could be anyone can face. So this is only a work around or alternative things, right? So this is for the theory part. Now let me open my Eclipse and show the practical. So I'm going to create a new class which is known as tutorial (39), and I want to implement main method, and I want to declare some comments. So I'm going to here use public void setup, and after doing this setup I will declare WebDriver. This would be my WebDriver, and just invoke Firefox in this setup method. And now maximize the window. Here I am going to give implicit wait for 30 seconds. And for this I am using Google website, so http://google.com, and after this I'm going to create two methods. First for the click, so how we can click I will show you. So this is my public void click by JavaScript. Basically I am creating a utility here. In this we just passing a web element and we can use anywhere we want, right? Now I'm calling JavaScript executor, which is JS I am giving name. Now again these are JavaScript executor, and here I'm going to typecast my driver. What is a typecast? Typecast is basically a process in concept in Java where we can just change this driver into a JavaScript executor. So you can see this is a interface. Now let me see the declaration. So what I did say that it is an interface and it has two methods, which is a execute script and this is a execute a synchronous script, right? So these basically two methods by which we can execute our JavaScript. So now I'm using js.execute script. Here I am going to pass this script and here I am going to pass element, right? So basically for the script of this clicking is argument 0 dot click and this. So basically this is a JavaScript. By using this JavaScript we can click on any web element, right? So let me create a method public void enter username by, just let me put this name, enter username. So here I am going to web element. My scenario would be I'm using this Gmail, Google. Let me open this Google. I'm click on this Gmail, then I will click on this username, right? This username I will write. So let me open this web element and Gmail link would be name driver dot find element by dot link text would be Gmail this, and now I will click on Gmail link. So I will give Gmail link here, right? Now I have to send keys here. So how can we find that this would be my output and this would be my this JavaScript? So let me show you how we can see this is our Firebug and these are console, right? For when we click on HTML we can see the HTML. When we work on this JavaScript or see any error we can use this. Now this would be my console and I will see, hopefully you able to see this. I'm not sure whether you can see this or not because it is in the mid in the at the bottom of the window. So in this console we can see what would be my JavaScript. Suppose I have to enter so here I am just showing you the let me expand this. So you can see this is my one things, this is my JavaScript. I enter this and this would be a item. If I see, click on this and I would use length, then I could see the length here. So this would be a length is 0 in this page. So let me just see, and this would be my name would be identifier. So I have to use identifier instead of this password. Now if I click, then you can see there would be a 1. Now I'm just sending the key, or you may say type the key. So I'm use set attribute where I have to put value 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 and free automation. Would be a set attribute and value would have also a now you can see that free automation is display. So by this is our JavaScript. We can also identify JavaScript from here, right? By using set attribute and passing the value of this free automation in the value, we just set attribute into a value. We can set this free automation here. Suppose I have to write here Chirag, so I put Chirag and you can see, let me show this. So this is the syntax how we can just use this JavaScript by in the console, right? So I will create a one method for the JavaScript here. In this I'm going to use public void sendKeys by JavaScript. Here I will pass web element and also passed string text. Same thing, JavaScript executor JS is equal to JavaScript executor driver js.execute script arguments 0 dot set attribute. Let me see the spelling of attribute. Set, as it is set attribute, ATTRIBUT attribute. Value and here we pass text. What text we have to pass? And just pass ELE. So this would be my method for here. Now let me use this sendKeys and just take out the X path of this. What would be the X path? Type is email. So I would write web element username is equal to driver dot find element by dot X path at the rate type is equal to email. Right now username, and here we passed username and text would be free automation LER learning. So this would be my two code. Now let me tutorial. This tutorial name is 39. So I'm going to create a new object for the tutorial 39 and obj is equal to setup. Obj is equal to enter username. So let me run this code and we will discuss what will be the output and how this code will work, right? So I started running and my Firefox open. Now let me see it. Click on Gmail. So it does not enter the username sendKeys, and it will show the selector email G is not valid. So what would be I think the XPath is not correct, which I have given. Driver dot find element, and okay, you can see here I missed this. Let me cross check this here. Open Firepath and see. Yes, now let me run again and see what will be the output. So guys, you can see this type of silly mistakes. I forget to close this bracket, so my test script would fail and was failed. So this type of small error or mistakes can be done by anybody, but we should ignore these mistakes. So I run again, and again it will not pass this, as this said it is something missing Oh shit, you can see here I just and I forget to put. So you, this is all the silly mistake which I am doing here, right? So when we set attribute, there would be a close bracket, right? So let me run again and see. So you can see this type of, by using this type of code we can normally create our own click on sendKeys methods. So now it is working, right? You say free automation learning is here by using these two code. So previously it was not working because I forget to close this bracket here. I forget to close this bracket here for XPath. So that's why my silly mistakes, right? So you can use these two method in anywhere by using any web element, anything else. So these are unique method and you can add this for any utility. You can create your own methods by using these JavaScripts. So let me write for your click by Java script, send keys by Java script. So where we need to use this method in practical way, when we automation that, sometimes we find that driver dot find element dot click is not working at that time. Where you find that that's click is not working, you can use this method. This method you can use, and sometimes you will find that send keys is not working. So whenever you will find send keys not working, this would be a alternative way. So you can find this method in a my GitHub repository, and you can easily write your own code. So guys, hopefully you understand why we use JavaScript executor and what is a JavaScript executor, and why we use this, because sometimes my Selenium WebDriver method do not work. To alternate way or work around, we can use this type of method by using our own code skills. We develop these methods. So hopefully you like this video. If you like this video, please share this video, and bye bye.